What's up, everybody? Sam from Orlando here, and today I am really excited because I am going to be doing a Generation X book review. That's right, Generation X book review. It's our take on the books that are out there right now. Okay, so if this is your first time joining me on my channel, thank you so much first and foremost. If you could, please click like and subscribe. It means the world to me, and it really helps me out as we're trying to get this channel up and running. Now, if you're curious about the book that we are reviewing today, it is The Little Red Hen. That's right, The Little Red Hen. It is a little golden book classic, and it was originally published in 1954 by Simon & Schuster. Please no old jokes, okay? This book came out long before I was around. Pictures, because it's very, very important. The pictures are by J.P. Miller. Okay, so if you are not familiar with The Little Red Hen, first of all, I'm just going to tell you right now, I read it as a kid, loved it, and I loved it even more this morning when I read it. Couldn't put it down cover to cover. Finished it one day. That's right. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the story, it's about a single woman, independent. She's going to make it on her own, but she is living in a rural area. Now, she stumbles across a piece of grain. Now, that grain could be a metaphor for whatever you want it to be. It could be a penny, it could be a dollar, it could be a scratch-off lotto ticket that she happened to see was a winner, and she took it, and she said to herself, you know what? I can do something with this. This can help me in the future. But she knew it wasn't going to be easy, so what did she do? She asked for help. She went to the members of her community, and she said, hey, I can do something with this piece of grain. Do you want to help? And they said, hell no. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense, okay? It's a piece of grain. It won't be anything more than that. Okay. You know what she could have done? She could have said, the hell with it. It's not going to work out. I'm just going to call it, throw this piece of grain on the ground and head home. But she didn't. She knew inside it could be more than what it was. So she went, she planted it. Yep, she invested that grain into the future. Now, later, it took some time. It wasn't overnight, but that piece of grain turned into wheat. It grew. That's right. She invested, and it grew. And then, once it was wheat, she needed to harvest that wheat, right? Can't just leave it growing, because what happens? Wheat, boom, it'll eventually die. It'll go away. It's just part of the process. So, she needed to harvest it. So, once again, she reached out to the members of her community. This time, they were worse than before. They're like, hell no, get out of here. I'm not going to help you. First of all, it's hot outside. You want me to come out and dig into the dirt, help you get this piece of wheat? What good is it going to be for me? And so she said, you know what? That's cool, man. No worries. I'm going to do it myself. So she planted the seed, right? She watched it grow. It became wheat. Asked for help. Nothing happened. That's okay. She needed to take that wheat and she needed to get it over to the mill. Why to the mill? Because it was going to become flour. Now, it's a long walk. That mill, that destination is far, far away. She could see it, but she knew it wasn't going to be easy getting it there. So what'd she do? Again, she reached out for help. And let me just say at this point in the story, because this is a pivotal moment in the book, it's okay to ask for help. Sometimes you're going to get it. People are going to reach out and they're going to help you. Other times, it's not going to happen. They're going to look you dead in the eye and they're just going to say no. But that is okay. If you need help, ask for help. If it comes, great. If it doesn't, that's all right too. You just keep on moving. All right. So she took that wheat. She took that thing all the way to the damn mill by herself. Guy at the mill, he helped. He turned it into flour. She went home with that flour, and she's like, you know what? I need to make this into some dough. Don't we all? All right. So she turned it into dough. But before she did, she gave everybody in her community another opportunity to help. You know why? It's not just because the task was difficult and she could use the help, but it's absolutely because she knew what this wheat was going to someday become. And she wanted to share that with the people in her community. They weren't able to see what she saw, the vision in her head. I mean, so many people, so many great, great innovators have done the exact same thing. Steve Jobs, right? He could see what the iPhone was going to be before it even existed. Same thing here. She saw what this flower could become, what that piece of grain could become before it ever happened. That's beautiful. All right, so again, nobody wanted to help. All right, no problem. She made the dough herself. Then she had to bake the bread, right? Again, anybody going to help me? Hell no. Wasn't just that she needed the help at this point. She wanted to share in the fruits of the labor. Nobody else wanted to share? Okay. Boom. She baked the bread. The bread came out. It was beautiful. That smell of fresh bread filled her entire house. In fact, it filled the entire community. Neighbors, they could smell it. So guess what she did? She decided, you know what? I'm going to get a little bit savage here. She's like, hey, bread's ready. You guys can smell it. Who wants to help me eat this bread? Everybody came running, man. They're knocking on her door. They're beating the door down. They want a piece of that bread. Guess what she said? Nope. You ain't getting a piece of this bread. You didn't help at all. I tried to get you to help, but you said no every step of the way, so I did it myself. And guess what? When it comes to enjoying the fruits of my labor, this bread, boom, right here. It's going to me and me alone. What do you think? Savage, or was she right? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know. All right, so The Little Red Hen, a Little Golden Book classic. Guys, 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't read it, I'm going to suggest you pick up a copy today. Doesn't take long to read, and I don't read very quickly, just so you know. It takes me a long time. Finished it in a day. Cover to cover, never put it down. Boom. Little Red Hen, 5 out of 5 stars. You guys, check it out. All right, that's going to do it. Sam from Orlando. Today's Generation X book review. It was a hit. Let's see what I have next time. Guys, thank you so much. Again, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. Sam from Orlando, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.